All right, welcome everybody. Uh, I have Robin here, although she's not going to probably talk today. But Robin, if you could just give me a sound check to let me know that you're here as a co-host and that you can manage everything.
Got it. Check, check.
All right, okay. And I am recording this if others need to drop off at any time. So guys, this is usually an interactive call, right? And uh, we're just getting set up right now with the new marketing funnels that we're getting into your hands. I'm going to talk about that. And I'm going to go over things that I've updated you on, and then we'll open this up. And again, if you have questions that are more on the technical side for Robin, she's not going to be able to answer them today. So I just want to let you know that. But of course, we're going to have lots more sessions coming up if you need that kind of support. We need to save her voice because she's now moving into the next phase of developing or getting, it's not developing, but getting the funnels in your hands if you don't have Kartra. So let me just first welcome all of you who are pretty new. We're just getting things set up and organized. It's important to understand that I didn't enroll into Hempworx until December. Well, I guess it was the end of November, but I just basically started the very, very end of November and really started in December. And in December, for those that don't know the story, I really turned all of my marketing energy toward Hempworx, and I'll share why in a second in case you don't know why, and enrolled 214 people, most of those at the executive level, which is a $600 commitment, and kind of made some waves in the company, was on the leaderboard at the top position. And I just want to share, I talk about the results that I get, by the way, because you guys are using the same marketing that I use. And while I don't expect you guys to get 214 enrollments, because that's, a lot of that is people who've been following me from the marketing that I've been doing, you can get on the leaderboard very easily. It's not going to be that challenging at all. Once we give you the marketing funnel, the same one I'm using with the follow-up emails and the presentations that explain everything, and with our support, which is showing you how all the different ways that we're driving in traffic that don't require a superstar personality, which I don't have, by the way. I mean, I don't know if you can tell by the way I communicate. I'm not a polished speaker. I leverage automation. I leverage tools, and I'm giving the same ones to you, and I'm setting up presentations. I can do a decent presentation. It ends up being very, very effective, though, because of the whole package, because everything's put in place to be able to guide people through a process, and because the opportunity is extraordinary, and I'm simply pointing that out. So again, those that aren't really familiar with all of this, like, why did I decide to point all of my marketing, everything, my whole arsenal, to Hempworx? Just real quick, because I know a lot of people here already know this, but I think it's really, really important. When I first heard about Hempworx, I wasn't interested. It was about a year or so ago. And somebody had sent Robin, I think it was an executive pack, like a $600 pack. At the time, I didn't even know that. It looked substantial. It looked impressive, but I just wasn't in the right state of mind and wasn't in the right place. And of course, I didn't have anybody like myself offering to do so much for me. So I knew how much work it would be for me, because that I would need to set up a lot for others in order for it to be successful for others. And I just wasn't ready for that. We were in the middle of something else and needed to finish it first. So I just ignored it, and I just wasn't impressed with CBD. I had tried CBD a couple years before. It made me sleepy. It didn't seem to help me, unless it just felt druggy, and that's not what I wanted. And so it just sat there, and I just ignored it. And then I won't go in. I can say what happened. I can talk about my health problems on a live call like this, but I'm not going to go into the details right now because I'm going to share this recording, and I can't share the details on a recording. And I want to share this recording, but I'll just say for now that I had a serious, super long-term chronic issue with my neck that was distracting and frustrating because I've always had perfect health. And it was getting to a point where I was going to have to have surgery, which could handicap me. It was becoming a big deal. And if I can avoid this surgery, then I could be fine, other than the discomfort, which was getting significant. So, And I can share that with you and even in a recording. So this got me starting to pay attention to all these big promises out there I might ordinarily ignore about products that can help. And CBD kept coming up. And so I decided to try CBD. And within seconds of taking it, it helped dramatically, just insanely well. I knew then I wanted to be in the CBD industry, but I didn't know that I wanted it to be Hempworx. I still didn't understand the company. I still didn't understand its significance. I didn't know really much about it. And I just wasn't that motivated at first to just jump into something. So I tested over 20 different CBD products on about 20 people that didn't have any partiality, any opinion whatsoever about Hempworx or any other product. Most of them that had tried CBD with kind of the same kind of impact I had had before, where I wasn't that impressed or whatever, just people I know. And they didn't have any connection to any name brand or anything. And I started testing Hempworx against these other products. And I wanted to test it long-term against other products. And after all of this, which took months, guys, I really, really tested this stuff. Out of all those products, it all came back. Two products, two companies were the most impressive. And I won't name the other one, but I have mentioned it before. And it was impressive too. There were 2 out of 20, and Hempworx was the other one. But for me personally, and by the way, everybody, all 20 people were saying, yeah, I like these 2 the best, which was really telling. Like, no matter what companies say about their product, like, that was the most telling, because they didn't know which product they were testing. I put it in different bottles. I literally put the product in labelless bottles. They didn't know, the 20 or so people that were testing the 22 products or whatever it was, 24 products, they didn't even know what company it was, nor would they have even cared. There's people I know that aren't in the industry or anything, not business people. So it was a really telling big deal that Hempworx was my favorite pick, and that Hempworx and the other product was the one that kept coming up for all of them. So I did even more testing, and Hempworx came out on top, and Hempworx was the one that I wanted, based on not only how it helped my neck, but how these other people were reporting it from everything, every possible issue you can think of, very different from me. But also at the same time, it needed to help us stay alert and not make you groggy and have this THC feeling that some of the other CBD products have. So that's what ultimately led me to want to choose Hempworx as the opportunity. Once I got results on CBD, I knew I wanted to be in the industry. I was like, wow, okay, now I get it. But that's what led me to Hempworx. I knew it was product driven. Now, I didn't know how much they had done in revenue in 2019, but I knew they had started to enter into critical mass, most likely because they've been around since 2014. So they've been around for 6 years. Most companies die at the 5-year mark. I should even be more specific. Most companies die, 90% of network marketing startups die in the first 18 months. Of the 10% that make it past the first 18 months to 2 years, that's kind of that little critical period, 18 months to 2 years, of the small little sliver of 10% that make it, 90% of them fail in the first 5 years. And anybody that's been around the industry has seen that. You see all these startups just come and go, come and go, come and go. Very few make it very far. Of those that make it past 5 years, which is extremely small, very few of them ever do 100 million ever in a year. Of the few that make it that far and do 100 million, and even extremely lesser group, we're talking historically very small group, do 170 million, which is what we've recently learned Hempworx did in 2019. I already saw enough based on my results in the product, based on everyone else telling me that it was the one that they would choose out of the 20 some products we tested. And knowing they did 100 million and knowing they'd been alive for six years, I already knew they were entering into critical mass. But the fact that we've gotten confirmation they did 170 million the next year in 2019, it's a incredibly obvious, special moment historically for a network marketing company to give you so many indicators that not only is it about to explode, but that it has everything in place to be a legacy company being a company that's going to be here for decades. And that's what you want. Not only can you grow massively faster in a company entering critical mass, because you have all these people, including leaders, looking for the team to join at a scale and speed and in a crowd that you just don't get anywhere else unless it's critical mass. Not only do you have that here, but you have a company that 100 million, then did 170 million, proving they can handle it. And that's the other thing. A lot of companies can't handle that growth that fast. They've already proven that they can. And then when you look at the regulatory stuff, it's just crazy. You look at the Farm Bill that was passed in 2018, giving the green light for CBD products, for hemp products that have 0.3% or less, is it 0.03%? I think it's 0.3% by dry weight or less THC, considered just a regular product, right? Not controlled, as long as the THC isn't high. And as soon as that Farm Bill passed, that's from the Republicans and the Democrats. There was no pushback from either side. So this isn't something that's going to flip the other direction. Trump signed it into law. If we get a Democratic president next, there's absolutely no pushback from the other side. That's pretty rare. And then you look at the FTC side. And by the way, I care about this kind of stuff because I've been around the industry a long time, and I had to learn a lot of these things the hard way. You look at the FTC side, which is who really looks over MLMs and responsible practices for network marketing compensation plans. And we got 100%, in the clear there as well. Because a lot of times what can happen with the very few companies that do hit critical mass and do start to get to this special moment, and some of you might know these companies in the past, the FTC will come in. And if they are being irresponsible with the comp plan, specifically in the area of front loading, incentivizing uplines, for example, if I were incentivized to encourage you guys to end up with $10 or $15 or $20,000 worth of product in your garage, that's front loading. But there's absolutely nothing built into this compensation structure that incentivizes anything of the sort. Not only that, you can become an affiliate for free. They are ridiculously on top of all of the regulatory issues because they're dead serious about becoming a legacy company. I've never seen so many obvious indicators pointing to it. So that's why I put my 20 years of experience here. That's why we're doing this. Let me just go over here so we don't have Facebook stuff coming up. I do want to go back to my group though. I had that open, my Facebook group, because I want to show you some things that I posted. And then we'll open up an interactive discussion. I got so much to cover. I just want to make sure that we're grounded to the foundation of this thing. That we're grounded to rock solid evidence, not like pie in the sky hype, but real evidence that's rare, that you can plant your roots into and trust. Just facts, not alternative facts, facts. These are facts. The company did 100 million in sales in 2018. They did 170 million in 2019. That's a fact. It's crazy. If you look at their leaderboard, you see that most of their growth is not coming from their business builders like me. That's good. Most of the growth is coming from the products. That's a fact. Anyone can look at the leaderboard and see that, see how little volume is coming from business builders who are, building the business side. That's what the leaderboard is doing. It's featuring the people that are going after building the business, which is where my focus is. And my focus is helping you guys who want to build a residual income lifestyle as fast as possible that's going to last, that you can leave to your children and grandchildren based on evidence and factual evidence right now that we can look at and talk about. That's what's my motivation, because the company is product driven, because they're caring about the regulatory stuff, because we can know that it's a safe and secure place to accomplish something extraordinarily fast, which is really rare to have those things come together. So we want to ground ourselves on that. So I wanted to start there. Now, again, we cover all that. What I have, the page I have up now are the new marketing funnels, right? And it's step 1, step 2, and step 3. Step 1 is a quick introduction. Grabbing people's attention. We could advertise this on YouTube. We could share this with people that we've known been in the network marketing industry, the millions of people out there who've struggled year after year after year, who've quit and given up, who barely want to think about joining another opportunity again, let alone network marketing, because they've been let down so many times by so many of those companies, right, who fail in the first 18 months to 24 months, or who fail, the few that make it after that, that most of the companies that fail in the first 5 years, and they'd put their heart and soul into something and just fell out from underneath them, or that maybe that rare chance of that company, some of these people that had that opportunity of a company exploding at the 5th or 6th or 7th year, and the regulatory agencies shut them down because they had front loading. Like, there's a lot of people for good reason that are disgruntled about this industry. But we can point to rock solid evidence to show that this is a secure and safe place to build a fast residual income. Now, to be able to build it fast, though, takes more than just the company opportunity, doesn't it? It takes more than just a great product. You have to have a phenomenal marketing system, and that's where Robin and I come in, and that's what this marketing funnel is all about. And everybody who joins our team at director level or executive level, this sounds like a sales call. You guys are already in, but I just want to really ground you in what's going on. Everybody, how powerful this is. Everybody who comes in at a director or executive level who maintains that at 40 BV or 90 BV, we build them one of these funnels. And that means they don't have to make the presentations. They don't have to have the 20 years of experience to be able to put this stuff together. We give them the auto emails that are all built in. You might think you've heard of that before. This isn't your run-of-the-mill funnel. It's much more sophisticated than that. And it's also organic, meaning we're constantly going to be testing. For example, just as an example, Robin, somebody that Robin trusts, who consults, high-level consulting, and so we really trust his opinion on this. Someone she trusts that consulted on the people who built Kajabi, worked with Andy Jenkins, worked closely with Frank Kern, and that she had worked with for help with putting together some of our funnels.
Kartra.
Oh, I said Kajabi?
Yeah.
Those two mixed up when I'm speaking. Kartra. He had recommended something that I would have never believed if it wasn't him recommending it, which is 1,000 leads for $30 a month. And he says he's getting the people he consults with get about 10% conversions. It would be crazy if it works. The point is, you don't have to spend your money and time testing it. I'm constantly testing things like that and showing you I'm using the simple tools inside my Daily Choice site, which is the parent company of Hempworx. I'm showing you how simple it is to use those tools to track, and you can just watch and see what results I'm getting with these various things I'm testing. I'm just starting to test that source now. I've tested some others a couple of weeks ago, and now that you guys are getting your funnels, you guys can start to engage with that process and either test with me or wait until you see something that's kind of hits a gold vein and it's just working really, really well. And then you jump in. You don't have to waste your time. You don't have to waste your money. So you're not only leveraging our 20 years of experience, you're not only leveraging our marketing funnels that we're giving you, you're not only leveraging the presentations and everything that 20 years of experience has gone into making effective, you're not only leveraging an incredible company that's grounded in factual evidence that shows more than anything I've ever seen before, it's going to be a legacy company. You're also leveraging our time and money in an organic way as we use our money to test different lead sources, and then you can decide to jump in when you like what you see. And it goes further. We'll be creating, like, for example, a lead capture page that leads into this page and seeing, does that bring us less results by putting a gate up? As marketers, we're often taught that if people have a simple little, like, kind of dumbed down lead capture page that they opt into first, you get more people opting in, and then they land on a page like this where it's more comprehensive. And then you have the opportunity for follow-up emails that can send them back to this page. That might increase the amount of money we all get to make per lead. You don't have to figure that stuff out. You get to just watch as we continually evolve this organic funnel and test. And that's when marketing is successful. If you've ever wondered why, if you've ever signed up into a turnkey system before where there were these turnkey funnels, why it never worked the way you thought it would, it's because marketing doesn't work that way. Like, it's an organic, living, breathing thing. And you have us guiding you actively, leading the way, testing things, investing our time, investing our money. And when we hit a home run, we share it with you immediately. And then let's say we find a particular lead source, we hit a home run and you guys all jump on it. We run that for 8 months and it's just phenomenal. It's like, woo, woo, woo. And on the side, I'm testing other stuff because I know that's probably not going to last forever. That's how it works. Finding other lead sources, other avenues, and sharing those with you as well. That's where the value is. That's where you cannot fail at marketing, when you enter it into as a process. But of course, you need a lot of experience to be able to do that. So you're leveraging that. So you're not only leveraging the company that's grounded with factual evidence of becoming a legacy company like I've never seen before, that's a product-driven company, entering into critical mass. That's crazy in and of itself. But you're also leveraging Robin and I. This sounds like a sales call. It's hilarious. I want you guys to be grounded in this because it's phenomenal. You just need to follow through. You need to first understand these things so that you're grounded, so that you really understand this is where you finally follow through. It's so easy to drift. It's so easy to get distracted. If you understand this as I understand it, that will not happen. And I didn't plan to come and talk about all this at the beginning of this, but I am, because it's so important for you to be grounded in these things. Okay, so let's move on to our team and what we're doing. So those of you, by the way, those of you who are brand new, you may not follow everything I'm about to share. That's okay. We got you covered and address different groups of people. Those of you who have Kartra, which is an online platform that makes it easy for us to drop the funnel into your account and to show you how to easily personalize it. Robin had some great news for us today. It's ready. She's ready to drop them into your account. And 62 of you had emailed us saying, yeah, I have a Kartra account. Here's my account. And our team was able to confirm 52 of your Kartra accounts are tied into us, our referral network, so we can drop that in and are in good standing. There were 10 of you that our team found either had some kind of payment problem with Kartra, and that's between you and Kartra, or so we couldn't drop it in, or we couldn't confirm you're in our referral network, so we can't drop it in for that reason. And if you're of those 10, don't ask us today on this call to confirm if you're in the 52 group that are good to go or in the 10. I don't know who the 10 are that we need to connect with, but our team will email you tonight if you're in the group of 52 people who have a Kartra account in good standing and we were able to confirm you're in our referral network. They're going to send you an email with really simple instructions leading you into the free little tutorial section where Robin, even if you're brand new to all this, Robin really slowly and carefully takes you through how easy it is to log into your Kartra account, get access to your funnel, and start personalizing it. She walks you through all of that. And we'll have more follow-up support for you soon. But let's just start with sending you the email, and you get that, you follow that email and those steps. So you'll be getting that tonight. Those of you who are in the group of 10 people, and again, I don't know who you are, who there was some issue with being able to access your Kartra account or whatever, they'll email you as well and let you know, and we'll work with you on that. So the team will reach out to you as well. No big deal, I'm sure. Now, those of you who do not have Kartra or perhaps don't even know what it is, I'm not going to go into the details of that tonight. You could learn about Kartra. Maybe you could email our team and say, I'd like to learn more about Kartra, that online system Mike was talking about where you can just drop my funnel in real easy. But the rest of you who don't have Kartra, we will help you get a funnel, as we talked about before. And that's what Robin's moving into next. I'm not going to make her talk about it tonight. She talked about it a lot on last night's session, which I did share with all of you in the groups that are in the level 1, level 2, and level 3 group. I shared a replay of that, and she talked about that. She does tend to get technical, so not necessary for you to follow the technical stuff that she's working through. We're solving that stuff for you, so you don't have to be technical. But nonetheless, she gave a really detailed update yesterday, and I'll just give you my encapsulated version. Now that she's finished given everybody what they need to set up their Kartra version of the Hempworx funnel, she's now moving on to those of you who don't have Kartra to get you set up with your funnel. And we'll give you, I'd like her to rest tonight, and we'll give you even more of an update tomorrow on that. but it should be very, very quick. And again, she gave a thorough update yesterday. If you want to go into the level 1, level 2, or level 3 Facebook group, you can find the replay I shared from last night. I called it the Ambassador Live call, and she gave an update on that. So we're right there. We're knocking on the door of you all having access to these funnels. Now, once you do have access to your funnel, then you can start to apply the marketing strategies that I'm testing, that I'm suggesting to start driving traffic into your second leg. Now, most of you are in either my left leg or my right leg, and you're benefiting as I'm driving that down. Some of you were referred by others and you're not directly in one of those legs, but don't feel bad about it, because that would mean the people who referred you are in my my marketing rotator and about ready to turn those back on. So you're going to be getting spillover from that, because that goes into their second leg. So you're all going to get you're all at the top of this thing. We just got started in December. You're at the top. We just built this funnel. You're at the top of this thing. You're all benefiting from anything you see me doing one way or another. Either it's dropping underneath you. When you see me signing up, it's either dropping under your pre-enrollees in either my left or right leg, and people I'm enrolling are dropping underneath you in that way. Or if you were referred by somebody else other than me through the rotators, I'm going to turn on again. We had them on, or one of them on, getting ready to blast those things off. Again, if you don't follow everything I'm saying, that's okay. But just know that regardless of where you are, you're benefiting from activity you see me doing, because you're so close to the top of this thing, and it's set up that way. So it's a very exciting time. I want to go over a few things. We will open this up to an interactive call, by the way. But if it's a question only for Robin, she won't be able to answer it tonight. She needs to rest her voice. I wanted to just kind of go in here and show some things that I posted today. And again, I know if you're brand new, some of this will be over your head. I just kind of take it in and realize we're going to guide you through this process. The first step is getting your funnel, and you just kind of need to let us guide you through getting all of this set up. And once it's set up, it's set up. Once you have your funnel, you got your funnel. Once you see how easy it is to drive traffic into the funnel with the methods I'm showing you, then you know how to do that, and it's easy. And now you got pre-enrollees, and then it's just a matter of being there to answer their questions, sending a few little extra emails throughout the week as it gets closer to the Thursday cutoff date. And that's kind of stuff I'm going to show you right now. Some of those emails that I'm sending out that you can just add to the automation to make it grow faster. So here's a post I made yesterday. It says, send this email to all pre-enrollees you have. Again, if you don't have pre-enrollees, it's okay. I'm speaking right now to those who do. You soon all will have plenty of pre-enrollees all the time. Send this email to all pre-enrollees you have. Send today or tomorrow. And this was something, that I'm giving you guys right now who have pre-enrollees. If you don't, it's okay. As soon as you have your funnel, I'm going to show you how to get pre-enrollees. But those of you who do have pre-enrollees, I wanted to give you emails to send out to your list every day or every other day between now and when you have your funnel. Now, some of you are going to get your funnel like tonight or tomorrow. Others of you are going to get it in a few days. Some of you might get it no later than a week from now, if there's issues or whatever. So you're all close to having your funnel. So now's a good time, if you have pre-enrollees, to start sending these emails to build anticipation for your pre-enrollees, to start getting them knowing that there's this comprehensive review coming and that you're going to be sharing it with them soon, and at the same time kind of educating them on what's going on. So I've posted a lot of these. I posted it in the level 1, the level 2, and the level 3 group. And if, as long as you're at director or an executive and on auto order, you should be in level 1, level 2, or level 3 group, depending on which criteria you meet. And you would have seen those posts. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, isn't there a better organized way to give us these emails than just posting these? Yes, there is, and we will do that. We will have this all in a membership site, but I don't want to wait to give it to you to have it all perfectly tucked into a membership site, but that's where we're moving to. We'll continue organizing this. Again, you guys are at the top. It's a very exciting time. It's a very opportune time to build a really lucrative long-term income and to do it quickly. But because of that, you don't want us waiting more, days or weeks to get you these emails just to have it tucked into an organized place. We will get it there, but for now, our focus is on getting your marketing funnels, showing you how to drive pre-enrollees, and then we'll keep organizing this stuff, make it easier and easier. And by the way, these emails are actually very, very specific to just right now. for those of you who have pre-enrollees but don't have your marketing funnel yet. They'll be slightly adapted later, and even are kind of taken from the auto emails. Your prospects will get in an automated fashion anyway once you have your funnel. So again, right now, they're just for those of you who have pre-enrollees to send out, to drip to them before you get your marketing funnel, to build anticipation and let them know that pretty soon you're going to have something called a comprehensive review to share with them. When you drip something and build anticipation like that, it just gets more people to pay attention when you finally release it. So when you do have your marketing funnels, which some of you will have tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to give you an email. I'll share it tomorrow that you can share with your pre-enrollees to send them in to your marketing funnel. But those of you who don't have it yet, or it's not going to be there for a few more days, who don't have Kartra, just send them, be on the lookout for these emails I'm sharing in the level 1, level 2, and level 3 group. I keep sending them to you, I keep posting them, that you can send every day or every other day. I'd like to see you do it about every day. I'm giving you one about a day, every day, to send in. So that's one thing I wanted to share with you. Let me just keep scrolling down. I got a lot of little updates in here I want to go over, and then we'll open this up. Now this says, an example of what I send to someone if they sign up at 0 business volume. And then I have a note to you, modify this when you have your funnel to be personalized to you. And I'll keep supporting you guys with this. So don't worry if you don't follow, you're not quite caught up. Again, for most of you, you're at the stage of getting your marketing funnel. Once you have it, then you're at the stage of, okay, Mike, how do I drive pre-enrollees into it? No problem. I'm a pro at that. That's easy. I'll show you how to do that. Once no problem for you to get pre-enrollees in there, make sure it's all automated and everything all set up. Then it's like this little nuanced stuff that I'll just be supporting you with ongoingly to keep bringing in more and more people leveraging the automation that's already there. And this is one of the ways to do that, because some people are going to not pay attention. Some people like skip over stuff, and they might just hurry and sign up. They might get excited by some email, but they didn't watch the comprehensive review. And I have some people that sometimes just sign up at 0 business volume, and that's completely useless. And so this is an email I send out to them, and I'll show you how to modify this. Some of you will just know how to modify it to personalize it for yourself when you see that happen. Others of you might need a little bit more help, and we'll keep having interactive calls and stuff and keep talking about this stuff once you have your funnels and lots of pre-enrollees coming in, and once you have people signing up automatically, like I do now. That's where I'm going to get you guys. And you'll see people signing up at 0 business volume, which is really silly, but they just don't know what's going on yet. Or maybe they think they're kind of cheating the system or something. So I wrote, hey there, Marina, I noticed you signed up into Hempworx but didn't purchase anything. I can't help you make any money when you enroll that way, so I wanted to reach out. Guys, you can say the same thing. You're here to help people build a business, and you get to decide, what they need to commit to. Now, I've already given those guidelines in the comprehensive review, what we're committing to them as their upline, which is a lot, and what they need to commit back. And part of that commitment, and it's set up so that they can succeed. If someone comes in and has no relationship with the product, no experience with the product, isn't purchasing any product, how are people that they bring in probably going to come in? Same way. So they're going to have an organization of no business volume, no one has any interest in the product, no experience with the product, can't talk about the product. That's silly. Not successful. So that's why I say, and I would recommend you to say to someone who comes in that way through your system, I can't help, it's a good prospect. It's somebody who raises their hand. When I see somebody who signs up at 0 business volume, they get an affiliate position. It's just someone raising their hand. Obviously they're interested, but then you want to send them something like this. And I say, again, I'll start from there again. I can't help you make any money when you enroll that way, so I wanted to reach out. You're in a great position and my strongest leg growing. So you just, you would just tell them wherever they're going to be in your strongest leg. So you can say the same thing, and then you can tell them something like this, that just this week, there are 6 business builders and 2 customers who enrolled under your position. So whatever you have, you would tell them that. If you don't have any action yet, you would just remove that sentence. Still a fantastic situation. I'll be working with the business builders to build an organization. What this means is your first leg is taken care of. I will continue working with them and more to continue to make that leg enormous. So you could say that your own way in your own words, but let them know that you're driving that first leg down, and that all counts for your business volume. And again, this is all discussed in the comprehensive review, but in case they skip that, we want to hit some of these most important points. But you need 2 legs to make a great income. I can't work with you to build that second leg if you don't come in at least at director level and maintain that position. So this goes on, and it tells them, it links into right here to watch the comprehensive review, which explains all of this. And then let's go to the bottom. Let me know if you did watch those videos. I'm asking, did they watch those videos? I do want to share this with you. Let me read this to you. If you are ready to come in at director or executive and maintain those positions with 40 BV at director or 90 BV at executive, I made a video for someone just today showing how to purchase here. So that goes to this video here, which is a video that I actually made for somebody who was wanting to sign up at executive and she needed some support. She ended up actually, while I was making it, she got it figured out, but I loaded it up here. It walks someone, if someone signs up in the company at 0 BV, I made that video to show them how to, come in and purchase at executive or director. So what you guys can do is just download this video and upload it to your YouTube account, and you could link into the same thing. And you would just say, my business partner, Mike, made this video showing, how to purchase here if you already have an account. And you would just link into your video there. And it just positions you as a leader, and it's showing them what to do. So you'll be able to model this email when you see that happen. I'm going to cover all the bases, guys. I'm going to give you everything you need. Again, the easy part, let me get this really, really clear, because I know you guys don't feel this way on your own. But with us, the easy part is having a funnel and presentations in place, which we give you, that systematize the sorting process. So, and it's going to be super easy for you guys to drive pre-enrollees, new people, interested people, or at least people taking a look, entering their email, coming on in. Among them, some will be very, very interested. It's very easy to set that up with you guys. That's what we're going to do first. But once you're there, it's nuanced stuff like this. It's stuff you wouldn't know to do. Like someone signs up at 0 BV in your system, you're like, oh, that's cool, I got to sign up, but oh, that sucks, they didn't even buy anything. What do I do? Well, I'm going to cover that. That's the nuanced stuff. And so, and again, if you're not ready for this conversation yet, that's okay. Just know we've got you covered. We've got everything covered. It's impossible not to succeed here, guys. It's like ridiculous. We're going to make it ridiculously easy. Let me move on to the next thing here. This was just announcing that Robin officially completed the setup for getting your Hempworx funnels in Kartra. So I mentioned that a bit ago. Here I said another email to save, to send to pre-enrollees who have signups under them about to jump them. So this is a little bit different. So and I'll keep supporting you with this. Again, it's going to be easy to get you guys in a position where you can get pre-enrollees all day long. Then it's a matter of just dealing with these little nuances to become fantastic at bringing a lot of people in and having them commit and understand their commitments and have them duplicate. And I'll be giving you all these emails and all these little things and knowing what to look out for and knowing exactly what to do when everything comes up. And in this case, it's really, really cool. This is really, really powerful. When you have someone in your line who signs up, someone purchases, someone's ready to come in, whether it's a customer or a business builder, then you want to let all the pre-enrollees that you've referred into that line. And again, side note, if you haven't referred any pre-enrollees yet, you're going to get your funnel, and I'm going to show you how to do that. It's not going to be a problem. Just speaking to those who either have pre-enrollees now or those of you who don't but want to know, I've got you covered on everything. So when someone signs up, you're going to want to email your pre-enrollees and let them know someone has signed up underneath them and is going to jump them on Thursday at midnight if they don't enroll. And then my emails are telling them that, and then telling them to go watch the comprehensive review, to not miss this opportunity simply because they don't understand it, to not lose somebody in their organization who could go on to build a really large organization, who's going to be duplicating the marketing funnels in the same process, to not lose somebody like that just because they don't understand it. So that's what these emails are saying. And there's different ones you send out, and I'm teaching you how to maximize the system. So for example, someone signs up, and maybe you don't have a lot of time, so you'll send everyone you'll just have everyone's email, the pre-enrollees, and you'll send them a generic one. But then maybe the next day, maybe that's on Monday, and then on Tuesday, maybe you have a little bit more time, and now you actually take the time to kind of, and I give you these emails, I've posted quite a few in your different versions, And now on Tuesday, maybe you send it to them again. And this time you say, I just want to make sure you understood. And I have emails that say all this. And I wanted to actually let you know that the person who signed up underneath you that I told you about yesterday came in at the executive level. So now you're a little bit more specific. And that's the highest commitment. You don't want to lose someone who came in at the executive level. Here's what that means. And then, let's say you don't have more time that week and that's all you sent. That's fine. But if you have more time, you send more. Some weeks I have time to really go for it, and that's when I enroll a lot of people. And some weeks I don't have a lot of time, and so I'll just send like a general one or two, and I don't get as many enrollments. And that's okay too. You maximize what you can, but I'm showing you how to maximize. When I really want to get a lot of enrollments and I make time for it, and I'll show you exactly how to do it, I'll leverage everything. So for example, someone to sign up, I'll send a message to everybody real quick, letting them know, kind of a general message. Someone's going to jump you on Thursday. Here's what it means. Go, and it'll link back to your marketing funnel, to your version of this page, to tell them to watch this, to tell them to really understand it. And if they're ready to come in to watch this, and shows them how to sign up. And then again, if I really want to maximize, then the next day I'll give them more detail. I'll send them another one. And then if I really have time, I'll send them several in the same day. And what starts to happen is more and more people are signing up because you're giving them more love. You're giving them more emails, give them more information. They're starting to get excited. They're starting to understand more, or feel like, wow, this must be serious. Like, this person doesn't always email me 3 times in a day. What's this mean to have an executive underneath me? And so they start really paying attention, and then a couple more sign up, and now you can start like emailing them every time and say, oh man, like a director enrolled underneath you. And we're gonna be building this director a marketing funnel, and they're gonna be, using our free methods, but this is still significant. You don't wanna lose these people in your organization. And then you send another one maybe the same day, like 2 more people have enrolled. and then all of a sudden it starts really popping like popcorn. Now, what's really, really cool about this is, a lot of you have referred pre-enrollees into a leg that either I or others in your upline have created signups underneath. So you get to leverage this to excite and motivate your pre-enrollees, which I'm going to show you all how to get. That's not going to be a problem. Trust me on that. It's like the ridiculously easy part. You're going to be able to leverage people I've enrolled or people your upline have enrolled, even when you didn't enroll someone yet, to create that initial momentum and excite the people who you have referred as pre-enrollees. So if I've signed someone up down that leg, or someone in your upline has, and they sign up, you want to pay attention and like email your pre-enrollees and do the same thing. Say, hey, we've enrolled someone underneath you at executive level, or we've enrolled somebody underneath you at director level, and here's what that means. And you'll get to use these emails to do all of that. And then that excites and motivates your pre-enrollees to enroll. And then you get to email everybody again, say, someone else just signed up. Here's what it means. Study this. Don't lose the opportunity. And that becomes more and more important between Monday and Thursday. On Monday, I really start paying attention to this. As we get closer and closer to the cutoff date on Thursday, I pay more and more attention to this. And then on Friday, I kind of leave Friday to like answer questions with people that they needed me to call them, or they needed me to spend more time with them. I'll tell them, look, man, I'll email people that are saying, I need to talk to you first on the phone. And I'll email them back and say, between now and Thursday's cutoff date, I don't do calls. I'll call you on Thursday, but I recommend you don't miss that Thursday cutoff date. But if you got to talk to me first, okay, but I reserve Friday for that. So, that Thursday cutoff date's pretty important, and you get to leverage your uplines enrollments as well to motivate your pre-enrollees. And it's not just about motivation. It's also about just showing them that it works, that the process works, and showing them that they're not alone, which is one of the things that we promised in the comprehensive review. Now, one of the biggest challenges is getting momentum going. But I'm going to be showing you and giving you the emails that you send. First of all, we got the automated emails working for us with the funnel that are already built in. But I'm going to be showing you additional things that you can send early to make it more candid, to make it more improvisational feeling, which is what establishes more trust than just your typical presentation style emails that are more appropriate for the automated emails. I'm going to show you things that you can do to trigger that initial momentum and those initial enrollments in your group. And once you get that going, and now you have a team who are duplicating the process with their own marketing funnel and duplicating how we're generating leads and getting pre-enrollees, now it starts to pop like popcorn. And then when you start giving them the emails I've given you and having them duplicate that, you can start to see how a leg takes off. And you only need 2 legs in momentum to generate growing unlimited income. It's absolutely crazy. When you combine that strategy and you ground that into the company's, just the evidence of where it's at, historically speaking, how rare it is to have a legacy company that will be here for decades to come. You combine those 2 things, it's absolutely incredible. And that's all we're conveying in our presentations to our prospects. And as you hang around here, you're going to be able to naturally not just understand it and internalize it yourself, you're going to be able to communicate this to prospects in your own way to add a little extra improv, a little extra personal touch to the automations that's here. It's just going to become natural and second nature for you because it's all very evidence-based. It's all very factual-based. It's not built on hype. It's all based on substance. The product is substance. The company's experience and being able to handle administratively the growth is substance. The responsible compensation plan is substance. And this marketing system, the support they get from us, and the way that we articulate the incredible level of commitment with clarity that we offer to them and that the commitments we ask for back is substance. And it's only a matter of time before you're able to articulate that. It will not be a challenge, guys, for you guys to get pre-enrollees. Okay, so with all, and then from there, obviously, I'll just support you with this stuff to leverage the automation to trigger the motivation for your first enrollments to get started to drive down the momentum in your leg. And you also have the marketing rotators and all kinds of things that are helping you as well. We're going to get those fired up. We don't want people to rely on their upline's marketing rotators to build both their first and second leg, but we definitely want to commit to building their first leg. They have to contribute a little to that. For the binary, you have to get at least 1 sign up that does 90 BV. For the most part, we want to, really drive down the momentum of those first legs. I'll talk later when you guys start to get a little further along and you've got the pre-enrollees and you got the enrollments, you got money coming in. We can talk about how we anchor those legs. By finding leaders, we kind of change the conversation a little bit as they're really growing, and you start to look for a leader, and then we really work together to get them going, and then it's really anchored in perpetual motion. Guys, it shouldn't be hard to see how you can get 2 legs into massive momentum with this thing. You just got to follow through. You got to be patient when you're waiting on us to build things for you, but we're almost there. Once you have your funnels, you have your funnels. And then it's just a matter of generating pre-enrollees. Once you know how to generate pre-enrollees, which will not be a problem, then you know how to generate pre-enrollees. Then you're on to just, okay, how do I get people to enroll? And now you're just looking to sending my emails and following my little tips to trigger that initial sign up spurt. And once you have that and you have people duplicating, now you're in perpetual motion in both legs. Now you're on a whole new level. Now we talk about anchoring the leg. It is not rocket science. Once you have all the amazing things that I've talked about today in place, which is rare, but once you have those things, this is kind of a no-brainer. You just need to follow, you need to see it, you need to understand it so that you follow through. It's really that simple. Okay, so that's all I wanted to go over today. I went over way more than I thought I would, but I think all of this is very, very important. I hope you all found it helpful, even if some of it was redundant and things I've covered recently before. But let's go ahead and open this up. I'm going to look at the chat and see if there's any questions. And by the way, we're going to do a lot more stuff on top of that. Like, once this is all rolling, we'll start having like live sessions where people share their product testimonies that you can invite people to, because that helps build confidence sometimes for them to see that. We'll start having like impromptu webinars that I do that you can invite prospects to, where I can answer questions. Maybe they've been on the line for a while, or like, they're wanting to talk to somebody. So we'll be doing all kinds of supplemental things as well that just make this really, really rock and roll. Again, priority now, get you all the funnels, show you how to get pre-enrollees, and then start teaching this detailed stuff to create that initial massive growth. Awesome, guys. Appreciate all your, I won't be able to read all your comments, but everyone take a look at the chat, and awesome, and love you sharing the excitement. Yeah, and Jordan says, that was me, swore I'd never join an MLM again. I mean, me too. I think most of us have been there at one point or another, and you got to understand, millions and millions of people are out there who are fantastic prospects who feel that way right now. And we, because we've set up a system, you're not here to have to convince them. It's a matter of some people are just open and some people aren't. And it's incredible how many people are less open if you approach them personally, but really open if they're just clicking on something and now all of a sudden they find themselves watching our comprehensive review. And because I've experienced pretty much everything they've experienced, if they've been through the University of Hard Knocks and network marketing, I can relate to them. And that's why our presentations are effective, even though we don't like to make them too polished, because that kind of gets in the way of building trust. But very candid, to the point, nuts and bolts, show them the evidence. And there's millions of people out there that will respond really, really well to that. In fact, I should mention, guys, I've been sharing my marketing funnel, and you notice I'm at the top of the leaderboard again right now with very little effort, because the marketing funnel is working. I'm not surprised by that. I've been doing this long enough that, that's to be expected. But I do want to mention the marketing funnel is working very, very, very well. RJ writes, this is exactly why I'm here, watched and waited for 3 years, and there is a reason Mike and Robin are the only ones worth considering. This is an awesome video, detailed documentation. Yeah, totally. And we'll keep it, we're going to keep drilling that home. Like, it's going to become like this repetitive but exciting, continually exciting thing for us to share, and really easy for you all to know, what's going on, how to share it, how to direct people to our presentation. So your prospects that need to hear this and are ready can hear it right away. Lori says, got to capture what you just said, Mike. I'm going to keep talking about the same things. Again, all I'm pointing to is really factual stuff. Like, there's no hype. It's not like pie in the sky. Like, everything that makes this rock solid is factual, and it's in our comprehensive review, and I'll keep reiterating it, and we'll even keep updating the comprehensive review. That was just our first version to get more and more and more succinct. RJ says, I need this recording. Yeah, that's actually cool. I want to mention this. It's something you guys might not think to do. This is a really, really important point. RJ says, I need this recording, have some hard-headed skeptics to send it to tomorrow. That's really an important point, because you wouldn't think necessarily, like I was just speaking to you guys candidly, right? Like, this isn't like a presentation. We're just giving the facts. You can absolutely share something like this with people. And just to give you to show you an example of this, when I made this video today, walking Kathy through logging into Hempworx and purchasing the executive pack, that is not something you would think you would use as marketing material, right? I want to just point out, like, this is so rock solid that just share everything with everybody. Like, download this video. If you don't know how to do that, guys, by the way, if you don't know how to download this video from my YouTube account and upload it to your own, or even if you don't have a YouTube video, we'll get you covered. Give us a little bit of time to get everyone the marketing funnels, show you the basic easy ways to drive pre-enrollees, get that rocket and rolling. And then I'll come back and make sure everyone has a YouTube account, knows how to download and upload. I've shared videos like that before, but we'll get it more organized and help you all out with that simple stuff. But the point is, and this comes back to what RJ was just saying, leverage everything. All we're doing is pointing to what's going on. Like, there is no need to exaggerate. Like, we have a strategy. It's really cool. It's extremely unique in how much we help people. Hempworx has a phenomenal product, which we can look to the sale of the product. We can look at how old the company is. We can look at all these factors to know that everything I'm saying is just based on factual evidence. And then a person can decide for themselves if they want to participate or not. When they look at the company, they look what the company's already accomplished and what that substantiates, and they look at our strategy. And if they're not convinced that it's like, if that's not motivating for them enough, then that's it. But for a lot of people, it will be. There are millions of people out there that will immediately recognize this, that have been around the block a few times but just didn't find their home. Yeah, leverage all this. You can absolutely share things like this, even if it's just something candid I'm sharing with you, and it's not really, it's not really all about sales in the traditional sense when you have something that truly is extraordinary. It's just pointing to what's going on and letting people know about it. And if they don't see it, they don't see it. It really isn't a big deal, guys. This is extraordinarily easy, which will become more and more obvious once you're driving your pre-enrollees into your marketing funnels. Lori writes, funnels don't just work on their own, needs to be tested ongoing. Absolutely. We get this all rolling, and I'll immediately be testing a new lead capture page and seeing if that produces even better results. This is an ongoing process. And the one thing that's cool about those of you who have Kartra, when we find some new funnel or a new lead capture page that's creating better results, we can just drop it into your account. It'll be a lot slower going, getting it into everyone else's hands. But that's okay. If you have to start, if you can't handle the extra expensive Kartra, still a phenomenal, unheard of system. And we will update your funnels as well. It's just really fast and easy with Kartra. Let me see here. Now I won't sleep again from excitement. Awesome. Take the sleep spray. I got to tell you guys, I don't do a lot of product testimonies lately because I'm so focused on the marketing side, but it's what drives me. I've got everyone, I got half the people in my life taking the sleep spray. It is really, 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 really effective for people that struggle with their sleep. Even people that have taken sleeping pills and stuff in unhealthy ways because they were so desperate. It's amazing, the sleep spray being a natural way. And people have tried melatonin before that it didn't really work for. Just the combination of the product, what they got in there is working really well. And I take it sometimes too. If I feel like I'm having trouble going to sleep, it's really, really good. And then I wake up fresh. It's really, really awesome. Let's see here. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any questions. John writes, "You're killing me. Just too cool. So excited to see this coming." Yeah, getting you the marketing funnels is obviously the big hurdle. It's a big project, recording all of that, but we're there. So we're really excited. So I won't be able to read everybody's messages, but appreciate all the positive feedback, guys. Paulo writes, "I just got my email with the training link for the Kartra funnel." Cool. So you're starting to get them. So the team is contacting all of you with Kartra, with how to personalize your funnels and get it into action. Again, those of you who don't have Kartra, we'll have an update for you tomorrow. I just want to rest Robin's voice. It's all kind of on her lap right now because it's highly technical. If you see Robin around, give her a big thank you. She's carrying a boulder for all of us right now. I don't know how to download and upload videos. Yeah, we'll set you up on that. So anyone who doesn't know how to download YouTube videos, upload them. I have lots of YouTube videos for you guys to download from my account, upload to yours, and show you exactly what to do to siphon off leads that way, and also to be able to refer your prospects to, so they can see you're a part of the process and not an outsider looking in, but they can see that you're a part of it. And you refer to us as your business partners. It's like you're right there standing next to us. Bill has a question. Bill, go ahead and unmute yourself and say hello.
Hi, Mike. This is Bill.
Hey, Bill. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Doing real good. Doing real good. Go ahead.
A quick question on my legs. On my right leg, I only have one pre-enrollee there. I know because we pulled down the funnel or the rotator. But my question was, I know you said if we had so many active affiliates in our tree here that we would get referrals from or be put in the rotator of people above us. So I'm trying to figure out a way to maybe help, if I get people going on the right side, to say, look, because where I'm positioned, now I'm getting fed in from these other rotators, which helps build, your one leg. And then, with the program, we can help you build your other. Could you explain that a little bit? Because I sort of got lost on when you were talking about if we had so many affiliates that part of the deal we promised to do was 10% and do that for our downline too.
Right. So what Bill's referring to is basically, Bill, I will reframe what you said.
Yes, please do. Sorry.
No, it's good. But you're basically asking, how do we leverage all of this, including the marketing rotator strategy, to get your second leg into momentum? Is that a good way of
correct? Yeah.
Summing it up? Yeah. So because you don't have anybody yet, so how do you make it exciting, right? And I think what you just, there's two things to it. One is to share what you just did, that you have a system here. You're in my marketing rotator, right, Bill?
Correct. Yes. My left leg is.
So you have a system here where the upline, and you could say, and the upline are phenomenal marketers, are helping the downline in ways that you've never seen before, right? And that's what you just started to explain. And again, these are the nuances that we'll get into when you have your funnel and you have a lot of pre-enrollees coming in. This is what I'm talking about. Like, there's little things that you can say, and I'll give you the emails to say.
Okay.
And there'll be additional little supplemental videos on YouTube that you can refer to that reiterate all this. So it's not like you guys all have to remember what I'm saying. Like, this will all be built into this process to just share. But with that said, I'll go ahead and cover this real quickly. You'll be able to refer them to, give them an email that talks about this, or send them to a video where I talk about more detail about how if they're at the top of a leg that's just getting started, they're getting the spillover from upline to help drive that leg down. we might show a little diagram of that. It's in the comprehensive review too, and we
Right.
might refer to a little section of that, but I'll continue to reiterate this in more candid content. And that's helping drive that leg down. But Bill, the second piece to this, and the biggest piece to this, that's the most compelling, is them seeing pre-enrollees drop into that leg. So right now you're in limbo waiting for the marketing funnel, which we're now at the point of giving you.
Correct.
And because you guys are all, those just tuning in for the first time, you guys are all at the top of this thing. And then, of our upline. I came in December, brought in 214 people, drove down a line. I'm starting to build my second leg, and we didn't even I just had a really candid presentation, like super candid, to do all that. And then we consolidated that into a really nice presentation and have that on the marketing funnel. I've started sharing that. It's definitely working. I'm at the top of the leaderboard in the entire company now using that marketing funnel that you guys are all getting. So Bill, now that you're getting that marketing funnel and you're a day or days away from having it, the next chapter for you is us showing you how to drive lots of pre-enrollees into it. Now you're also going to be in my rotator, but the bulk of your traffic is going to come from what I show you how to do. And you're just going to be getting additional supplemental traffic from the rotator or rotators if you're in a couple of them. And so we'll be able to talk about that. I'll give you emails to share reiterate how that works. We'll refer them back to the comprehensive review in the emails and tell them what minute mark to watch, where we reiterate how we help drive momentum down through the uplines rotators. But the bigger thing here is when you start being able to bring in a lot of pre-enrollees too, your pre-enrollees are going to, you're going to get 10, 15, 20, and that's going to excite them as well, seeing that growth. And soon, it's just a matter of time. When you're sending the emails that I give you that trigger momentum, like I talked about earlier, that get people, the emails I give you will bring out the ones that really want it. You know what I mean? That really want to be a part of it. Like there's so much here, like excites people. So while some people, listen carefully what I'm about to say, everybody, while most people are going to need someone who signed up underneath them before they sign up, there'll be lots of people who don't. It's just the way it is. There'll be lots of people that they see the company, they see the opportunity, they see the system, and they want in. They want to play. And some of them are going to sign up without even talking to you, and they're going to send you an email. Some of them are going to sign up without talking to you, and you'll be the first one saying, "Hey, welcome to the team." And some of them are going to sign up at 0 BV, and you're going to send them the email I give you, and they'll go, "Oh, okay." And then they're going to sign up at director or executive. But there's going to be, once you have the pre-enrollees coming in at a nice steady pace, which I'm going to show you how to do once you have your funnel, then it's just a matter of sending those little emails that I send you that I must want to think of a little, I can call it fire starter. Like those emails are unique. Those emails that I give you are to trigger to call out the initial people that want to commit. They're team players. They understand what's going on and they want to be a part of it. Like they don't need much convincing. But sometimes just the right email to help them understand what's going on will be key. And it'll be speaking directly to those types. Again, as an example, the email I showed you earlier where I said, if somebody signs up at 0 BV, send them this email. Things like that. And there's lots of little scenarios like that to be able to identify and uniquely target with an email message a particular person who doesn't need much coddling, doesn't need much persuasion. Like once they see what we have here, they want in and they want in big. And they're, some of them are ready to drop $1,000 a month or more on our ads. It's going to launch that business. So Bill, like in your case, you find somebody and you will that wants to spend $1,000 a month on ads. Like you're not going to have to work that hard to see growth in that leg. Does that make sense? Like you're going to be you're going to want to contribute still, but like it's taking off.
Sure.
So I don't know if that answers your question directly or not. It's going to be a lot more clear once you have your funnel, because the next step is getting a lot of pre-enrollees coming in, and then I'll be giving you the emails to send them to trigger that. Let's call it fire starter.
Correct,
Like,
yeah.
to call those people out that don't need coddling, don't need a lot of persuasion, just need to know what's going on, and they're going to sign up and want to run.
Well, I think with the funnel out there too, is as we're talking, they'll see people being downloaded underneath them. That sort of gives it its own momentum right there without really having to go at it and say, look, maybe if they're thinking about it and haven't done it in a week's gone by, maybe go back and say, look, I'm getting all this help from my upline. You're missing out on business.
Yeah, well, that's exactly
right?
it. That's exactly it. And as time goes on, yeah, you'll know how to express that in your own way. Like you'll take my email and just kind of say it in your own candid way, and that has power too, because people start to realize you're not trying to persuade; you're just letting them know.
Exactly. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you, and thank you, Robin, both. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, again, like we had to get over this part of the process. Getting you guys your funnels is a big step. You know, obviously, I could bring people in all day long, but now we turn the corner and focus on helping you guys bring people in. But you needed your funnels to do that.
Perfect. Thank you again.
Nico asks, hey, Mike, are those emails, I think it was 18 of them, something pre-added into the Hempworx funnel we have in Kartra, or we can upload them in autoresponder in Kartra?
They're loaded already.
Yeah, they're already, yeah, those are already loaded into your Kartra account.
I show you how to edit everything in there.
Robin, you don't need to talk. You need to rest. Thanks for chiming in, but really want Robin to rest. Trish says, I got my email today too from Robin. Awesome, guys. So yeah, again, if you have Kartra, look for emails today from us to get it all dialed in. Judith writes, so we can add our new pre-enrollees in now. Judith, can you unmute yourself and tell me what you mean by that? Add them in where? If you're in a place you can talk, Judith.
Hang on a sec. I'm just plugging my headset in.
I just want to make sure I understood what you said there.
Sorry. I'm just plugging my headset in. Hi, Mike. Into Kartra.
Oh, loading them into Kartra. I see.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So, I think I
got a new pre-enrollee this morning, so he hasn't had any emails yet from me. So, I mean, I can check obviously my funnel.
Well, okay, I see. Yeah, I mean, you can refer them to this page. Is that what you mean? You would refer them to this page, yes. And I'm going to give you guys, I haven't given you the email yet. So tomorrow I'm going to give you, I mean, you probably know what to do anyway. You just sending them here and sharing the things I've been sharing, but I will give you guys an email tomorrow who have your funnels. Look for an email from me, what to send to your pre-enrollees to start directing them in here.
Okay. I'll wait on that then.
Yeah.
So absolutely. That's good. Okay,
yeah, absolutely.
Great. I've got it. Okay.
And again, I've been referring my pre-enrollees over the past couple of days, and that's what got me on the top of the leaderboard. It's working like a charm. I knew it would, but just to let you guys.
Look, I've sent it to 3 in my warm market, and I reckon they're all going to join at executive level. So I've got 1 paying at the moment, and the other 2 I've just got to get back to. But yes, I sent them the link to listen to the presentation as well, and they all just loved it. Yeah,
it's going to be really. I mean, it's extremely unusual to have an opportunity with all of these evidence-based, factual things happening that just show you, okay, this is what I've been looking for all my life. Basically, it's pretty simple. Really. I mean,
no, it's exciting. Very exciting.
Well, yeah.
And like you, I swore I'd never go back to network marketing again either. But I mean, I'm excited. So
and by the way, guys, feel free to share that with people. That's a lot of people feel that way for good reason. So start there and let them know in your own way why it's different, or just tell them to watch these presentations.
Yeah, no, it's great. Okay, so I'll wait for your email for tomorrow to direct them in.
All right, perfect.
And I think, are you doing the Google Sheets where we're meant to write, who we're emailing and stuff? Because my lead this morning came from your social media marketing.
Oh, so you did get a social media lead?
Yes.
Okay,
this
cool.
Morning.
When you guys get, and go ahead and email them and contact them. Don't wait for, I'm about ready to share something. Don't wait for this, but I just want you guys to know that are in one of my rotators for the social media stuff. I will have emails specific for that. In the meantime, be sure to let them know that you work closely with me, because those people signed up thinking they're signing up directly with me. Let them know that through you that we work very closely together. Make sure they know that.
Okay, and I've actually added that into the top 100 messenger group, I think. because I think you want to know, don't you, where we're
Yeah,
getting them and when we're getting
I'm not
them?
quite there yet, but we're days away from setting up a Google Sheet to track all
Right.
that. Don't worry about it too much just yet, but we're getting there.
No. Okay, cool.
right.
Thanks, Mike.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bob writes, if I get Kartra tomorrow, can I get backloaded into the system? I have a Weber and a website, but the details are killing me. Bob, yeah, if you get Kartra tomorrow, just make sure you get it from either our link or the person. If someone else referred you to us and they have Kartra, get their referral link. It's really important. If we referred you, then email our support team unless you already have it and get our link to Kartra. And yeah, if any of you do get Kartra through our referral network, we will just let our team know and we'll drop it in. Absolutely. And there will be a lot of advantages. I know you can't all afford it. We're doing this in a way where if you can't afford to do that, even though it's a huge time saver for us and in the long run will be huge benefits for you, we're still setting you up properly. If you don't have Kartra, if you can't afford Kartra, it's just going to be a little bit slower, a little bit harder to update it and stuff as we go forward. But it's still a phenomenal system, better than anything else out there in network marketing. So it's just, we're maximizing everything. So if you can get Kartra, it's just a faster way for us to drop it in, and it starts to teach you how to be a professional marketer in your own right. Let's see, looking anything else here. D, maybe not. If you don't have an email, D, if you don't have an email from our team by tomorrow morning, go ahead and email us then. But guys, don't email our team yet. They're probably still sending those emails right now as we speak, if you have Kartra. So if you didn't get an email yet, don't be bummed. Like they will email you tonight. So wait a little bit and reach out to them maybe tomorrow if you don't hear from them yet. Okay, guys, I might have missed some questions, so let's just do this. Go ahead and unmute yourself if you have any questions. Oh, wait. Oh, Rainer asked, what happened to Elementor? Yeah, we're going to do Elementor next. So first she had to take care of the Kartra. It took a little longer than she thought to get it set up. She started working on it last Friday, as we said. Took her till now to get it done. Now she's moving on to, she has Elementor, I think, already set up, but we'll update you tomorrow more. If you watch the webinar replay I posted in level 1, level 2, and level 3 group, it was the live ambassador call from last night. I posted it today in the groups. She gave a technical update of where she's at with Elementor. Sounds like she's just a couple days away. We'll give a more detailed update tomorrow. Trish writes, will we be buying our leads from the Hempworx back office? I'm going to test the heck out of those, Trish. I know some people have. They're going to need their own unique set of emails that I'd like to write and give you to you guys. So I don't want you going on too big of a spending spree till I test those. I know some of you have done them, and I think someone did sign one up. But I wouldn't. If you haven't bought them yet, if you have experience with them and you like the way it's going, go ahead and keep doing it. But I wouldn't buy the leads just yet in your Hempworx back office until I'm doing it, at which I'm going to be starting this stuff any day. Like, this is the next step for us. And then, because I want to write special emails that you guys can use that end up doing it too. And I'd like us to track our results because there's lots of different lead sources back there. I'd like us to test different ones, organize the process, because that's what marketing is really all about. If you want to take complete control over the results and start really maximizing it and get those insane results, it's not just about firing in the dark. It's about, and because we have a team of us, we could really do some damage, in a positive way. We could do incredibly well by being organized. Now, I don't want to wait to be so organized that we shoot ourselves in the foot and don't get people into massive action, but there's a balance there. So I'm going to be testing those. If you want to jump in and test them, that's cool. But I think there's going to be a lot of advantages to seeing me test them and kind of leading the charge with that and giving you emails to follow up with and stuff. You can get a lot more out of them. And I'll know pretty quick if they're bad leads, whereas you might not know. So Trish asked, can you get our lead source? Yes, I'd like to test them first, but I'm going to show you. I was going to make a video today, but I didn't get it. Tomorrow I will make a video showing you how I'm testing them, and I'll start sharing that play-by-play process, what I'm doing. You can see the results I'm getting, but I would wait to, I'd wait to buy them until you see me get started with it. And for a lot of you, you could wait to buy them until you see me get results with it. Some of you are going to want to jump in. and that's cool, but let me get it set up and organized so I can give you the emails I'm sending and show you exactly what I'm doing. Again, we're right there, guys. We're knocking on the door. I start doing that tomorrow. And those of you who have funnels can jump in or wait and see. We're moving now into the process. Now that a lot of you will have your funnels and all of you soon will have your funnels, the next chapter is just generating pre-enrollees and me showing you the things I talked about today, little emails, little things you can say and do as the different scenarios come up to trigger the growth of that line. And as you get 2, 3, 4, 5 people in duplicating, now you've got massive growth. And I'm telling you, it is not that hard. I understand why it might feel that way when you're on your own, but with all of this being given to you, this is a no-brainer. You just need to be patient a little bit as we work through this process. We're pretty much there. You just need to understand what marketing is, which is testing and just navigating around, honing in on the awesome lead sources, the awesome strategies. We might find out that YouTube ads is a home run. And then you set you up, you duplicate it with the same content, even if you never did ads before. We might find out that $30 lead source for 1,000 leads is a home run. And if it is, you'll know because I'm testing it starting tomorrow and I'm starting to show you that tomorrow. It is not going to be hard to find awesome lead sources because we're not attached to anything. We just keep testing and seeing what works better. And I'll be guiding you through that process. Trish also writes, I have a website through Squarespace. Can the funnel be linked to it? I don't think so, Trish. Not that I know of. I mean,
Squarespace, yes. Squarespace is, well, it depends if you're able to get the plugin Elementor. But I'm not
let's put it this way. It sounds like you can, but it might be just a little bit more working through some stuff. But Trish has Kartra, so.
Is Trish an ambassador program?
No, but she does have Kartra.
Okay.
Hey, Mike, this is Jeremy. Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, Jeremy, go ahead.
So what about the people that have had Kartra from other opportunities and are not part of your downline? Is it possible to just get the share code for it?
Are you in our Hempworx organization?
Yes.
Did you already email the team requesting the funnel?
I'm probably one of the 10.
Did they email you saying there was an issue?
I don't know. I'm driving right now.
Oh, okay. Well, just email our team today and let them know and mention that you talked to me if they have any questions. And
Okay,
we'll get you set up.
I appreciate it.
Okay, absolutely. All right, guys, let's do, one question, we'll do one more question out there. Go ahead and unmute yourself, just say hello, and then we'll close out. All right, maybe we're good. Awesome, guys. Glad you could make it. For those that didn't make it that are on your teams, let them know that we'll get this replay out, if not tonight, early tomorrow. And those of you who get your Kartra, get it all set up, start looking for, I'm going to start tomorrow, following along as I start showing how to generate pre-enrollees. And again, I'm just going to be testing this lead source first. I'm going to be testing lots of lead sources. I'm going to start with the one that's $30 for 1,000 leads, which sounds nuts to me. I would have never believed it, but the person referred us to it. Robin trusts 100%. He's consulted for Frank Kern, Andy Jenkins at Kartra, and for us. And so let's give it a go. And I'll show you that play-by-play. I'm going to show you how to use the simple tool in the back office that you guys all have access to, how easy it is to test. And I'm just going to go in one source after another. And I'm going to, for those of you that are in my rotators, I'm going to start testing them for the rotators, but I'm also going to be testing them for myself and sharing you play-by-play how I do this. Pretty soon you guys are going to have so many awesome sources for traffic to choose from. Generating pre-enrollees will not be the challenge. And then we move on to the next chapter together, which is how to create that massive, I call it fire starter, how to draw out using my emails and little supplemental presentations we can link to on your YouTube account, how to draw out those top people who are going to want to work closely with me. Because when they enroll with you, they get to work with me. But that won't be around forever. Obviously, think about this, guys. We get this going, right? You get your funnels. We start getting pre-enrollees. And when I start sending the message out there, hey, if you want to talk with me, if you want to work with me, join me on this webinar, et cetera, there's going to be a group of people that want to do that because they'll understand that they're working with somebody who knows marketing. And a lot of people are drawn to that, obviously. And so they're going to connect with me. They're going to enroll. And they're going to start working with me as you do. But they'll be under you. That's how we anchor and create perpetual motion in your legs and both your legs. But there'll be a point at which I can't do that anymore, right? And at that point, you'll be making big income, and then you'll pay it forward. And you'll have a lot more confidence at that point to take on a role like that because you will have experienced it and be making good money. But that's why, like, there's still going to be this, like, an element of legitimate fear of loss for people that come in through your system. If they want to work with the people at the top, like, they're going to be hearing that message, and they're going to understand intuitively and through our messaging that now's the time. If you want to be, once they see that this company is legit, like we're saying it is, that it's moving through critical mass, which is rare. Once they see that, which is not hard to make evident, there's going to be a percentage of your pre-enrollees who know enough to know they want to work directly with Robin and I. And you're the link for them to be able to do that. But you're in the income stream of it. So it's a big win for you to link them up to us. So that's how we trigger your leg. And now you're going to have several of those who work with us on the interactive calls and everything. And then we close that door. So there'll be a time where they realize, okay, it's now or never if they want to work with the top. It's just how it works, right? If they want to work with the most experienced people. Once we close that door, you're in momentum, you're making a lot of money, and now we're just training you on how to fulfill that role and how to pay it forward. And as you know, and then you take it as far as you want to go. You want 50 grand a month, or you want to kind of just back off and just hang out at 5, it'd be your guys' choice. But we're going to, my vision of this is we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people at anywhere between 5 and 50 grand a month. And some of you way, way above that who may not even be dreaming of that right now. But that's what a legacy company allows you to do. So again, I don't want to be given bigger numbers out there than any of you feel comfortable thinking or dreaming about, but understand if you do have those big goals, this is a legit opportunity to do it. I know people in the industry making 900 grand a month and over $1 million a month. Met somebody makes 3 million a month. And they did it for many, 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 many years with the legacy company, with the company that we all know. So it's on NASDAQ. So it's real. You take it as far as you want, but that's how it works. That's how we're gonna be able to get that going. All right. It's going to be a piece of cake, guys. We've done the hard part. This was the hard part, getting this first marketing funnel done, getting it all in place. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Look for the updates. If you got the funnel tomorrow, look for the email to send to your pre-enrollees. For those of you who have pre-enrollees for the first time, directing them into your funnel. I'll share that email with you tomorrow. For those of you who are new here, welcome again. Looking forward to working with each and every one of you, getting to know each and every one of you. It's only going to get better from here, guys. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye, everybody.